Good morning, world, and welcome to the first rendition of Mornings with Morris. Happy to see you all. I know you're happy to see me. I'm happy to see myself. It's Monday morning here in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's a beautiful day, sun shining. So let's get this show started. History in the making right here, right now. The first show, the first episode, the first season premiere of Mornings with Morris. Of course, I am your host, Morris Austin, director extraordinaire, actor extraordinaire, nutritionist, and a passionate producer. So here I am bringing you knowledge, inspiration, and motivation this morning. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, but I figured, the world needs something. The world needs something, and I need to play my part in the world and in my purpose. I'm here to you this morning. Now let's get started. First of all, I hope and I encourage everyone to wake up in the morning, start their day with at least 20 minutes of meditation and prayer. It really sets a good solid foundation of your day. Just pray. Just talk to your Heavenly Father. Send a prayer to Jesus and ask Him to align your day, align your steps. Keep your anger level down if you're one of those type of people who's high-strung, easily agitated. And He'll map out the rest of the day for you. He'll send plenty things your way, plenty blessings. He'll send you across people's paths to bless them, and they may be there to bless you. So definitely start your day that way, people. I encourage you to do that, and then the day will be peaceful and blessed from then on. First thing I want to talk about today is we all know about the 2014 fiasco and the controversy with the product that a lot of food companies were putting in our bread. Now, my pastor J. Calvin Tibbs at Kingdom Dominion Church, located Bankhead Highway, Villa Rica, Georgia. Be there, 10 a.m. services. Be there, be square. My pastor Tibbs, explained this on a Wednesday night Bible study, and it's a real thing still today. It was addressed in 2014, but I think it's still something we need to look into and research today. Now, there's a product, you probably don't know how to say it or spell it, but I tried my best, giving it to you right here, right there. It's too long to even see, and the sun is very, very bright, but it's a zodiac carbonamide. Crazy tongue twister, crazy word. Basically, this is the gist of it. This chemical they're putting in our breads, and probably even more things in our foods. Now, it initially surfaced when a food activist went up against Subway, and they found out that Subway was putting this chemical in their breads to make them a lot more puffy, to make your 6-inch sub look a lot more bulky, like you're getting more bang for your buck or something like that. And it's just not good for you. They use this chemical in yoga mats and shoe rubber. So it's kind of like, why would you want that in your body? Why would you want to eat that? And you can imagine, after years and years and years of consuming something like that in a bread or anything that you're eating, the health effects have to be horrible in the future. Your digestive system will not recognize it at all, and you probably will just end up having respiratory problems, and so on and so forth. So it's very, very bad. Now, this chemical shows you much about the country that you live in. Here in the United States and Canada, it's legal. It's legal to put in your foods. It's very, very legal. However, it is banned in Australia and Europe. So if they so much get caught putting that chemical in their food in Europe or Australia, it's up to a $450,000 fine and up to 3 years in jail. So why can't the United States take that as seriously here as they do it elsewhere? But I'm only saying this for you to research the kind of foods that you eat. When you go to the grocery store, just look at the labels. Know what you're eating. Know what you're putting into your body. Because 30 years down the line, you may feel fine now. You may be like, this is good. I'm going to eat it. I feel great. That may be the case right now, right here today. But in the future, it's not promised. And you want to take care of your temple. Your body is a temple. And God is going to honor that. In the end of the day, you're going to just continue to shovel trash, junk, things that you don't even know that you're putting in your body unless you research. And then a lot of us know what we're putting into our bodies, and we so-called pray over it and think it's going to get blessed as it enters our body and clogs certain systems and hinders us. No, that's not the way we should live anymore. And everybody should be educated and know this knowledge. So with that being said, read your labels, people. Read your labels. And be smarter about your food purchases. There are plenty other options with bread and everything at the Whole Foods, farmers markets, and local places that you could buy certain things from. So be very careful. Please be very careful. Side note, I hope you all enjoy the view. We're here at the Honeycomb Hideout, beautiful ranch. It's where I like to come and meditate and take a break from things. So I hope you're enjoying the beauty as I give you some facts and some motivation. All right. So if you're ready to move on, I'm ready to move on. Let's talk about weight loss. It's the end of the summer, some may say, end of August, going into September. So we'll be right here at fall real soon. But some people still have weight loss goals. And as a nutritionist, I think it's my job to kind of still give you some facts and give you some good news. I'm not going to give you too many facts today because it's the first show, first episode. I want to get my face out there, let the people know what they need to know. But you got to tune in every single week because I'm coming with you with facts, inspiration, and motivation every single week. Things that you need to know. Things that you need to deposit into your head so you can live a better, prosperous, healthy life. You dig? All right, so let's talk about weight loss. You got 100,000 diets out here. They all work for different people. Just understand this, people, if you don't understand anything else. Everybody's body is different. We're all different. We're all genetically made differently. We're all unique and magnificently made differently. So every diet is not going to work for you. You know, every diet is not going to work for, your friend, your cousin, your mama, your daddy. It's just not. It's just not. We're just made differently. Some have similarities, but the bottom line is, it's just going to be different results for different people. It is what it is. So basically, just remember this. It's all about the calories. If you want to lose weight, cut your calories. Cut your calories. Simple. If you're not good at cutting calories or managing your calories or you're not at the point where you could read a label, see how many calories it is, write it down, keep a food journal. If you're not there yet, that's why people like me are in business as nutritionists. We can write out meal plans. We can write out what you need to eat and cut your calories day by day. You can pay me for that. My services are available to you. All you have to do is reach out to me the best way you can. All right? But for now, cut your calories. All right? Now, health factors and genetics go into effect when it comes to certain kind of diets. So my best advice to you would be to experiment. Experiment with different diets. It's going to take patience and it's going to take commitment. But you got to do it and you got to start somewhere. Start somewhere. You want to lose that little bit around the waist. Get the walking, get the running, get on the bicycle. Cut your calories. Watch what you eat. Cut out all that high fructose corn syrup. You know that's a artificial sweetener anyway. And you know it's no good for you. That leads to health problems in the future as well. So if you're going to get your sugary substances in you, use your cane sugar. Use, brown sugar. The real stuff, the real deal. And no offense to anybody who loves white sugar, but the white sugar isn't good for you. They bleach it and you put that in your body. You think that's good for you. The same thing with flour. You're eating bleach. Now you think about that and you research that and you figure out if you want to continue to put that into your body. I'm just saying, your body is your temple. Honor it. Give it the best, and the best it deserves. Okay? So cut your calories and experiment. Have patience. Pray. Pray without ceasing. Some people fast, but you got to be careful, because you got to know your limitations when you fast. And you vegans and you vegetarians out there, be careful. Please be careful, because you know, if you're not getting enough, then you know you're going to get sick. And sometimes you're going to need some substitutes. You're going to need meat, and cut out all that soy. Women, men, you already know soy is not good for you. I hope you know. Soy is bad for us. It's bad for the manhood. Power, strong, libido. It's horrible for us. You know, even in women, too much soy produces a fake estrogen. And it just and women don't need too much. You don't need too much, women. You just need the right amount. You don't need an extra amount of estrogen, all right? Because that could lead to health problems as well. And men, we get too much estrogen, you know, oh my goodness. If you got a wife or a girlfriend, she'll be very upset in the long run. Trust me, trust and believe. You'll get emotional. You'll get all kinds of emotional. You'll develop breast. This is true. It's been proven. Research it. You'll develop breast, and you'll lose your fire and desire. Research it. Don't believe me. You don't got to believe me if you want to. Just research it for yourself. I'm just an advocate bringing you the good news. Okay? All right. Now, I hope I covered some pretty good health tips and health facts. It's going to get far more intense as the days go by and as the weeks go by. I'm going to try to come to you every week to give you something that'll get your week going. But I hope this will kind of mold your week as far as what you need to eat, your prayer life. Increase it, please. The times we're living in, y'all need to increase your prayer life. Oh my goodness, you need it more than ever right about now. So with that being said, if I can and if I have time, I'd like to share a story. Now, and if I was to give a theme for today's show, Mornings with Morris, if I was to put a theme underneath that, we can label it forgiveness. Let's label it forgiveness. I've been dealt a good lesson in forgiveness, and I have a good story that I would like to share with the people of the world. As we get to know each other, we'll get to know each other more and more. But I want to encourage you all to please don't drink that poison expecting another person to feel it. Forgiveness is so important in the body of Christ, in the kingdom, and in our everyday lives. It's very, very important. So I give you a story, and bear with me, because it's been a while since I've even told this story. And as I look back, it's been it's been years. It's been quite some time. So basically, I lost a brother. I lost a person very, very close to me, near and dear. Technically, he was a stepbrother, but we had a falling out, and I developed some good anger and resentment and an unforgiveness towards him. I couldn't even begin to say his name. If I ever seen him, it would have been a problem. Trust me. And it took me years to get over that. And I was, oh my goodness, I was holding myself from so many blessings that God had for me, because I held on to that unforgiveness. So, and believe me when I tell this story, I'm not making myself look like the good guy, please, because I play a very bad guy. I play a very awesome bad guy on TV. You should check some of my movies out, and my television show, which is this one right here. I'm an absolutely great bad guy. So I'm not glorifying myself at all. So basically, to give you all a background, my mom married a wonderful gentleman years back, and of course he had children. So these wonderful individuals became my siblings, stepbrothers and stepsisters. One male in particular, one guy in particular, we were the same age. And we were close, man. We fought, We ate together. We did it all. We went to the same schools. We grew up together. We grew up together. We were stepbrothers. And even after the divorce of my mother and this gentleman, we still stayed in contact. We still went to the same schools, maybe for like a year or two. And then he went off to another school. But we grew up together, man. Video games, clubs, you name it, we did it. Oh my goodness, we had many club fights. We fought together. It was just a brotherhood that we established. And as we got older, we had to come to a place where we had to go our own paths. However, I moved here to Atlanta, Georgia. He stayed in Richmond, Virginia. So basically, our bond was so tight, man. We had so much fun together. While I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, trying to get my feet grounded. I'm trying to find a job. I'm trying to find work as a starving actor. I'm trying to do so many things. Looking for an apartment. That's number one. Luckily, I had family here to bless me and help me. I'm calling him, and we're talking. Of course, we're talking on the phone every now and again, and whenever we can. And he's like, man, it's not the same without you. And I'm like, no, man, you need to come here. You need to come here to Atlanta, because we can tear up the city, man. We'll be living like, oh my goodness, we'll live a life like no other, and we'll have so much fun. So we get to a point where, I'm working at least 2 jobs. I meet another guy I'm working with. He's looking for an apartment. And then my brother, he ends up saying, hey man, I'm coming. Hey man, I'm coming to Atlanta. I'm finna transfer my job to there, and I'm coming. And it's gonna be on. Man, you couldn't have measured the excitement. You know what I mean? Because we were brothers in arms. We did everything, and knowing that he's gonna come here to Atlanta, and we're gonna just shut down the city. We're gonna shut down the city, man. It was gonna be amazing. So we got here. Things were it was a little rocky. It was a little rocky at first, because he got here and the job didn't work out because of the manager and all that other stuff, and attitudes flared up. So he ended up not being able to move in to a job here, but he was here. He was here already. So I was already working 2 jobs. The other roommate was working as well. So we just made things work. We had a beautiful 3-bedroom apartment. Beautiful, 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 in the Vinings. If you're familiar with Atlanta, Georgia, and you go to the Vinings, it's a beautiful area. Expensive, but it was a beautiful area. And man, we were just, I would pray. My prayer life wasn't as strong as it was now. I was kind of still out there in the world. This is like 5-6 years ago, mind you. So I've came a long way, but I was out there, man. I was out there, but I still knew God. I still proclaimed Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. I was just a little bit lost. I wasn't recognizing Him at that time in my life. It was a survival mode. We were trying to work. We wanted to have fun. All of those things that a 20, 22, 21-year-old will want to do. So he was having difficulties in the job area, which is to expect when you move to a city for the first time, and you're new and you're fresh and you're trying to do X, Y, and Z. You're trying to do so many things. So he ended up losing about 2 jobs in the meantime. But we're brothers. We took care of each other. Even the other guy, he chipped in, and we did what we had to do. We did what we had to do. We fed each other, we cooked, we made sure everybody was taken care of. He was diagnosed a while ago with Crohn's disease. Some of you may be familiar with Crohn's disease that attacks the digestive, the stomach, and all of those problems, all those issues right there. So he got attacked with that very, very early. So he was very young dealing with something like that. And mentally, it kind of messed him up a little bit. You could say he was a little bit more, agitated. more often, agitated, angry. And me, I'm acting. Auditions are finally cutting out for me. I'm doing some musical theater. Theater is where my heart is, so that's where I got my craft from. We were doing shows, gospel, musicals. I was doing that. I was working 2 jobs. I was making good money, and I was living. I was living life, and in my eyes, everything was good. Everybody eats if I'm eating. So what I didn't know behind the scenes is that the enemy finds certain ways to get into friendships, relationships. He can use jealousy. He can use women. He can use sorts of things. So it was more so jealousy, I believe, in this case. And I had to hear that. I had to hear that through other parties. When I would arise successful in a lot of things that I'm doing, and some of the relationships that I was involved in, I could hear little naggings of jealousy coming from my very own brother, and sometimes from the other roommate we had. So, it was a very tough thing to hear and deal with. I guess, I put my blinders on. I said, my brothers, they would never do that. Everything's fine. Why would they be jealous of me? At the time, I felt like I had nothing. I was just having fun living life. So, it got to a point where we were struggling to pay our rent. I hit a season of my life where I had just got into a accident, totaled the truck, wrist, back, neck. I was all to pieces. I was all messed up. And I had just started a new job, a great job, but things were, things took a turn. Things took a mighty turn. And I had got the flu as well. I remember getting the flu. And I tell you, the enemy got into their heads real good, because we were searching for a new place to live. We were searching for whether it be house or apartment, but we couldn't keep up what we were doing at the apartment we had, because hard time had fell on some of us, and money wasn't flowing. And you can't pay partial rent in some places. You just can't. I can't do it all myself. And that's how I felt. I was stressed out. They were stressed out. Everybody was stressed out. So that stress and the enemy coming in led to one particular night, talking about where we're going to live. It led to a very, very big argument. Very, very big argument. I will always remember this argument to this day. Things just blew up out of proportion. I'm talking about on a oh my goodness type of level. Oh my goodness. So that led to a lot of a lot of words that didn't need to be said. Anger was definitely in the room. I was at a heightened level, ready to fight everybody in the room, ready to throw people off the balcony. They were heightened in his words and everything. He threw out there, you're not my brother. You're not my brother. I don't even know why you keep saying that. You'll never be my brother. And I know it was out of anger, but that hit me. That hit me hard, for all the things that we've been through, all the things that I've done for him, that I never held over his head. Never held it over his head. And for us to have this big argument, I probably think I punched the wall or something. Mind you, I have the flu. I just got out of an accident. I got all this stuff going on. We're about to be evicted. A lot of stress going on, and we have this big argument about brotherhood, friendship, and where we're gonna live. Oh man, it was heightened. It was heightened. And guess what? Guess what, world? Guess what? Because of the guy that I am and that I was at that time, and I was just so anxious and excited to have us living this life, starting this new journey, living together, I put the apartment, electricity, gas, I put it all in my name. It was all in my name. Ooh. Right. So guess what? When we finally got evicted and we had that big fallout, guess what? Everyone changed their numbers. Everybody changed their numbers. And Morris didn't get paid back. No, Morris ended up in plenty of debt. Yes, I did. That prohibited me from doing a couple things that I wanted to do moving forward in the future. So you can imagine the anger and the unforgiveness. You change your number, disappear. You disappear. Never to pay me back, never to call, any of that. Just gone. Gone. So, I think it may have been a year later from that event, he reaches out to one of my best friends now that still lives in Richmond, Virginia. And he's talking to my best friend about what he would do if he seen me. Yeah, I don't know what I would do if I ever seen him again. I don't know what I would do, and this, that, and the other. And he was, so of course my best friend is going to tell me that these, words were said. And it blew my mind. It was like, really? It was like, wow. So now you're hostile towards me, and now you want to do something to me. Okay. All right. So, of course, oh, man, that didn't make anything better. That didn't make anything better. Now I'm looking for you. So you got something to say. You could have easily shot me a message because my number stayed the same. You got Facebook. You got all kind of social media. Come find me. Come find me now. And say what you got to say. So I found out at least that he went back home to Virginia. And every time I made a trip to Virginia, I would be looking for him, and God Almighty would make sure that we did not cross paths at all. I don't know what it was. Richmond, Virginia is but so big. It's but so big. I should be able to run into you. Just driving down 9 Mile Road. I should be able to see everybody that I graduated high school with down that road on the east end of Richmond, Virginia. But we've just never, I don't know, it was divine intervention. So, I'm revved up now and I'm ready to find him. Oh my goodness, world, I'm trying to tell y'all, God had to work with me for years, because that unforgiveness of what I've gone through financially, I was in debt. I was in debt, and I put everything in my name. A lot of people would say, oh, well, that's your fault. I was young. I was 21, 22 years old. Young and dumb. Let's chop it up to being young and dumb. Even when it comes to family, or so-called family, he was my brother. So I thought, I never thought in a million years anything like that would happen. So, oh man, the Lord was working on my heart for a while, and I was looking for him for a while. I was looking for him. I wanted to find him. I wanted to see what he had to say. I wanted to have that confrontation. Ooh, it built up. But lo and behold, we never had a chance. I haven't seen him in 5 to 6 years to this day. I tell this story to say, it's present day. It's all gone. I've come to a place in my life where life is short, people. Life is short. Forgive folk. Forgive people. Please. I mean, it's just like, I'm walking around with this anger towards someone that I used to call brother. And today, I'm debt free. I fought my way out of that. Debt free. I have a beautiful family. Beautiful wife. I live a wonderful, anointed, blessed life. I'm operating in my purpose. I stay faithful and loyal to my church. I've made millions. I made millions and millions in heaven. So when I get a chance, y'all can come see my mansion on that one day, on that one glad morning. Y'all can come over to my mansion. All right, in heaven. But man, I just, so moving forward right here, with Mornings with Morris, I don't know if he will even get a chance to see this, ever. Who knows? But Sean, I want you to know you'll always be my brother. Always be my brother. And I forgive you. And once upon a time, I apologized for whatever, I may have said or done, and in those moments of anger and heat. But I mean, I'll say it to the world. I apologize for anything I could have ever said or done. But my heart is clear, man. I live a life of peace. I forgive you. Hopefully you forgive me. And the day I ever see you again, man, it'll be a warm embrace, a handshake, or what's up. I might treat you to dinner, lunch, or whatever. I wish nothing but wonderful things on you and your family, your brother, your sister, everybody in your family, your mom, your dad. Everybody a blessed and prosperous life moving forward. I hope the Lord touches you and heals your body. I hope that situation doesn't have you still bound and angry. And it's all about forgiveness, man. We break it. Boom. Just like that. So that's our moment in forgiveness. I encourage you all. Life is short, y'all. Life is short, people. The things we eat and the way, the world is crazy out here. Folks getting shot, killed, murdered every day. Foods are killing people. Diseases, heart disease, cancer, respiratory problems, diabetes. The list can go on and on. I can go on and on. But come on now. It's time to do better. It's time to do better. So that's been your moment. That's been your 30 minutes right here with Morris Austin. Mornings with Morris. First show, history in the making. I thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to see y'all again next week. I might come to y'all every Monday morning. If you make a request, I come to you every morning. Every morning I come to you for 30 minutes to start your day off. You tell me what you want, and I give you what you want. I give you what you want. I do research all day. All right? I'm sitting here healing. God has been good to me, and I'm getting better and better. I still need surgery. Y'all just pray for me. But y'all know my struggle, but God has everything in control. So be blessed. This has been your moment with Morris. Mornings with Morris. Have a blessed day. Have an awesome week. Be strong for the rest of the week until I see you again.